What are your thoughts on ethical investing? Gasp. I love the disruption of crypto, AI, and the promise of trustless finance, banking, access for all, etc., but also making money at the same time. Realize no zero impact solution, but I prefer not to own defense stocks. Me too. I don't own defense. I don't own pharma. I don't own tobacco for the same reasons. So you and I are the same. But essentially using money to vote on how you'd like to see the future while hopefully not bankrupting oneself. Would appreciate your thoughts on an entry point and future profitability of the clean energy sector. I think RRSP as some type of retirement account is 30% ICLN. Okay, we'll talk about that in detail. Half Bitcoin, 10% MicroStrategy, 10% Tesla. Thanks. Feel free to roast the flower child and burst my bubble. Well, here we go for some bursting bubbles. Wheaties 86. This is why ETFs suck. There is no concentration. And I've been saying for years, you got to go for the jugular. You need very few winning assets. Go after them in a very high conviction manner. An ETF limits your ability to outperform the market. It includes maybe a couple of strong names, but mostly underperforming stocks. And there's tracking errors, and there's fees, and there's a whole bunch of reasons why ETFs suck. But let's check out this ICLN. I call it iClean. I know it's a clean energy ETF, but iClean versus proper assets. And I even threw in a couple of indexes. I threw in Solana on this too, but the result was made you impossible to read anything else. And MicroStrategy too. But iClean is down 6% over the last 5 years. You add in 5 years of 14% debasement, you've lost half your money. Okay? You've lost half. That's the stark lesson here. S&P 500 barely keeps your head above water. That's up, what is it, 83, make sure I read this properly, 83.75%. QQQ up 142.45%. You see here? QQQ is helping you tread water. S&P 500, you're making a little bit of profit after 14% debasement. And Bitcoin up 852.89%. This clean energy ETF, I know it sounds great, but half of the portfolio I dug into it is all utilities. Utilities do not grow fast. They pay dividend, they make some profit, but it's not going to make you rich. You're just going to basically keep the lights on and debase yourself to death, slowly but surely. Now, let's look at the ATR model to determine where we are going here. It's not all doom and gloom. I still wouldn't hold it in a million years, but that's just me. I like disruption, especially when you look at losing 6% over 5 years. It's just going from bad to worse. But this is kind of like a zoomed in view with the layers. We're between layer 1 and 2, so it's not a total zombie. And the ATR did fire a little buy signal at around $11. But where are you going to go? You know, might take 3 years to get back to 15 or 20. And yeah, I know clean energy sounds fantastic, but remember this, okay? Shout out to the Finkster, Larry Fink. Larry Fink, for years, was called the Emperor because he ruled the business world with an ESG fist. The ESG, the environmental, social, and green, the Green New Deal, all that type of stuff. Now this emperor admits that he had no clothes because his net zero policies cannot power the world. That's why they call it the clean energy scam. Just look what's happened in places like Germany, etc. It is a catastrophe. Okay? Do not invest in these ESG things. Larry Fink gave it up a year ago. He said, this is all BS. I'm out. Mic drop. Boom. And it was extremely courageous of Larry to say that after pumping the ESG narrative for years across the world and telling people to invest in it. He said, yeah, it's a scam. I'm out. That takes courage. He ate his words and he said he had no clothes. So I'm very impressed with this guy. And again, it's an extreme sign of intelligence to admit you were wrong. So get out of your eye clean. Move that 30% to Tesla, which is a company that is doing clean stuff. Energy storage, environmentally friendly cars, all that type of stuff. So that's what I would do. Hope this helps. And there is a small chance, in fairness, that this could pop because of the demand for energy. If data centers all of a sudden want to go clean, maybe it would help. But I looked at the portfolio, it's not going to. You look at places like Meta, who want to build up data centers, they are refiring gas plants, okay, to generate energy, which is not exactly green.